McCray. I want you, the commissioners, to know that my attorneys have made a settlement demand that at least as of last week, your city attorney, Claudia McKenna, failed to communicate to you, disregarding ethics rules, that any settlement offers must be communicated to this DS immediately for your consideration. I just handed out to you that handout. First, the city took an appeal, but according to my attorney, the appeal must be dismissed because under binding case law, as pointed out in my attorney's answer brief, the court lacks jurisdiction to hear this. I do understand this. Ms. McKenna is refusing to communicate this offer because it makes her and her office look bad. I implore you for the sake of the taxpayers, to whom Ms. McKenna and Ed Mitchell have little loyalty and little regard, to explore this issue with them. As my attorney said in the follow-up letter emailed to Zoe Panaredes, which was copied as to Ms. McKenna, self-preservation and embarrassment is not a reason to communicate an offer to settle with the client. The malfeasance and incompetence that has been displayed by this city government for the past 8 years under Lois Frankel's leadership should reach into the realm of high crimes and treason. Ed Mitchell should be tried with her. Commissioner Moss said, when we make a request, it is not a request. We need it to do our job, and to withhold information from us so we can do a credible job is an offense that cannot be tolerated. How many other topics have we made for a request and they have withheld from us? I can assure you, Commissioner Moss, it's lots. You're looking at one. Do we have to do a public record request, you further went on, to get information? No, Commissioner, you better do the investigating for yourself, because withholding information is deception, and deception is lying. Commissioner, you said it is a perfect scenario for the county's Inspector General to evaluate. It is past time to evaluate. The FBI needs to come here and incarcerate. Lying to you is at a minimum a sunshine law violation and maybe even a conspiracy. If there is a so-called Inspector General's evaluation, hold it in public and let the sunshine in. Don't use publicity as an excuse to hide it from public view. If you did nothing wrong, you will be exonerated. But we all know something's wrong. Commissioner Moffitt, it appears that Chief Bush didn't just tell you everything she was supposed to about the open sky radio system. Just like Claudia McKenna and Ed Mitchell have misled you about my case due to racism and personal vendettas from the former and present mayor. Mayor Muyo, how can you justify $1 million on landscaping leading to your development in this great recession and drought? Who is going to pay the water bill for this project, and who will maintain it when essential city workers have been laid off? What about the drainage along Tamarind Avenue that floods with light rain for the past 20-plus years? Mayor Muyo, you even have the nerve to ask for donations for your legal fees on a lawsuit that proves your election was flawed. You said it's frivolous. If it's frivolous, then why don't you handle it pro se yourself? Why do you need 4 attorneys and donations? Can some of your donors sponsor my legal fees? Also, that would be nice. We have not had an audit to see if any more communities were affected by West Palm Beach's incompetent election. Voters, do not forget that the 2000 presidential election had to be decided by judges, not by ballots in the same city and county because of the same incompetence.
Are you David Wilson?
I am.
Please come forward.
If I could.
No, it's your time.
Oh, let me. Okay. He's going to read for me. I've seen you do this for many white people in the past. I know you don't do it for us, but I'm going to let him read.
Pardon me, please.
I'm going to let him.
Mr. McCray, he can read for you. Give him.
Yes, I'm going to find a spot and let him read.
Other people.
No.
We've seen you yield for many other people.
I've seen you yield for other.
Pardon me. Would you like to speak, Mr. Wilson?
Let me find
Then please do.
where I left off.
Okay. Can we take somebody in the meantime?
Excuse me?
Yes.
Can we take somebody in the meantime while you're telling?
No, I'd like to continue. It's only going to take a minute for me to find a spot.
Give him now.
Continuity of where I left off.
Mr. McCray, give him where you want him to speak.
I'm trying to find it, Mayor. If you just give me 1 second, the courtesy that you give other people.
Thank you. Please do it.
Okay.
Mr. Wilson, you have 3 minutes.
David Wilson, City of West Palm. Mayor Muyo, you said you didn't play by the rules, and we got fined as a result, and hopeful that we will never happen, and that it will never happen again. This was something that happened in the past, and we have to pay our dues, unfortunately. Why didn't Ed Mitchell and legal with Claudia McKenna not tell you to appeal this decision, like you're doing with my decision where a jury said that you did not play by the rules? I'll tell you why. It's called perpetual City of West Palm Beach racism. The Blue Roof debacle stopped with Ed Mitchell and Mayor Frankel. They were ultimately in charge and are now finger pointing instead of looking for mirror and accepting responsibility like you should, let's be fair, like King Solomon, and split the baby in half. One half for Mayor Frankel and the other half for Ed Mitchell. Who is responsible for ensuring these disasters do not occur and rob the taxpayers? Mayor Frankel should be for not holding Ed Mitchell and his staff accountable for the constant recurring taxpayers losses that have plunged the city and has it on the verge of bankruptcy. Staying afloat by laying off hard workers, as you can see, and needed employees while continuing to pay incompetent city managers, CEOs salaries on this dais. The city of West Palm Beach Police Department is out of control financially and with leadership. If the chief has hidden this from you, as well as open sky facts and prices, then let me tell you the chief puts then let me tell you, when the chief puts a captain, the third highest rank on administrative leave, something is wrong with the chief or the captain. After the dust settles, I expect he will receive no more than a letter of reprimand. This is the double standard of the city of West Palm Beach Police Department and throughout the city administration. Also, may I add, this captain's name is Randy Mel, and he's white. Excuse me. This is representative of how white employees are given a slap on the wrist for serious offenses, and black city employees are terminated. 1 day a week, 5 captains and 2 assistant chiefs have to furlough. A strong police chief would not allow this to occur.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Down here it's the strangest thing. Flaming skies start to